We've got 6 tremendous plays this week. So let's begin with Hempfield area. As the Spartans, again, they dominated the competition. And it was running back Gino. We're going to hear from him in just a bit. He was heavily involved, scoring 4 touchdowns. His third score came on a long run early in the third quarter, which enacted the mercy rule. Jack Ridenauer and our newcomer as color analyst, John Bainbridge, they have the call.
2 receivers to Phillips' left, 1 to his right. Caesar takes it up the middle, avoids 1 tackle, has 1 man to beat, goes around him, crossing the 20, crossing the 15, picks up a block, down the far sideline, over the 1-yard line, touchdown, Hempfield!
Hempfield's right side of the line must have said, we need some of this action, because they've gone to the right here, I think, 3 straight plays. Kid cut it back, but the initial point of attack was on the right side. Great run, great run, and great blocking downfield.
As the tremendous public address announcer here for the Hempfield Spartans, our very own Roger Downs says over the loudspeaker, "Hail Caesar," which I'm sure will be a constant call coming from the student section all year long for Hempfield.
Hail Caesar, Roger Downs. No way he actually said that over the PA, did he? I don't believe Jack. There's no way Roger said that.
Jack is an honest man.
What a run, though, man. The camo jerseys look good. I think that's why the Falcons didn't see him weaving in and out of defenders. But, man, that was an incredible run, and that got the fans going, didn't it?
Absolutely. You know, week 0, I saw the Spartans. I said, Jake Phillips, that's the guy that the opponents need to stop. Now I'm wondering maybe if they need to take away Gino Caesar even more. So that's a heck of a 1-2 punch the Spartans have going, as they had a terrific dominant victory.
And shout out to John Bainbridge, too, with his comments after the touchdown. First time we got a chance to have Coach involved in one of our broadcasts. You'll be hearing from him later on this season, too.
Absolutely. Love having a coach up there to give their expertise. Well, it was a good week for Hempfield area, not so much for Franklin Regional, but as they were facing a sizable second-half deficit, the Panthers did stage a frantic rally, and it was quarterback Roman Sarnik who was leading the way. His sterling touchdown run early in the fourth put the Panthers ahead 20-16, as the incomparable Jonathan Whaley provides the captions.
Do the Panthers go topside here? No, they're going to run it. It will be Sarnik around the right side. Sarnik still running inside the 30, still running to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown, 47-yard touchdown run to the right by quarterback Roman Sarnik. And FR gets the lead for the first time in this game. Let's take a look at that. Sarnik takes his time, good vision, reading his blocks, pushes away 1 tackler, says, "You're not putting me down." Runs away from the tackling attempt and goes in standing up. The Panthers lead 19-16.
Well, Roman Sarnik has been exactly what Franklin Regional has needed through one game, and I'm sure that'll continue, Sean, but they needed someone to take over the reins at quarterback. We talked with Roman before the season started, and he had a lot of confidence this offense will be able to put up some big numbers. They lose in overtime, but it was a good offensive effort, especially in that second half for he and the Panthers.
Yeah, something to build upon, certainly, but I don't think they feel quite as good as Greater Latrobe does. So as we continue plays of the week, we'll move to the Wildcats. And it was Robbie Fulton that proved his debut. It was no fluke, as he was just as impressive against Franklin Regional. After a pair of long touchdown runs that he had earlier in the game, he hit the equivalent of a walk-off. His touchdown in double overtime won the game for Greater Latrobe. Once again, it was Jonathan who details the play.
2nd and 5. Again, Wildcat, Mr. Fulton. And he's going to try to run this one. Tries to get around the right side, and he will get it to the end zone. Touchdown. 5-yard touchdown by Fulton, and they will win this football game on a 5-yard TD run by Robert Fulton. You know what's coming. Can you stop it? And he takes it in. And that will give a 36-33 final win for Greater Latrobe here tonight at Panther Stadium.
Who else would it be than Robbie Fulton, as we said earlier in the show? And the excitement, the celebration was pretty cool to see. The Wildcats were just going absolutely crazy. And, you know, Franklin Regional, the possession before they had to settle for that field goal, that really puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And Robbie comes through with a big touchdown to seal the win.
Yeah, certainly get the feeling that if they go on to have a very successful season, they'll be able to look back to that sequence, winning a game in double overtime maybe as a turning point.
And no matter what happens this season, Sean, that's one that you never, ever forget.
Absolutely. We continue Plays of the Week with Greensburg Central Catholic, and we already talked about it, but in just his second varsity game, it was the freshman Samir Crosby who enjoyed a coming-out party. He shined in all three phases of the game, including special teams, as he took a kickoff more than 70 yards to the house to put his team back in the lead against Bishop Canterman in the first quarter on Saturday. John Flickinger and Jack Breitenauer set the scene.
Another kickoff in a 7-6 Crusaders lead. Squib kick, and it's Crosby with a lot of speed if he can get outside, and he does, and he's down the sideline. 40-30 gone. Another outstanding play by Crosby and the touchdown, and just like that, the Centurions retake the lead.
What an unbelievable return. What an unbelievable player Crosby has been displaying himself as. I mean, just look at this. Off the squib kick. I feel like it's squib kick Saturday. We've seen so many of them, and he's just able to find himself a little hole. And then again, just getting around that corner, getting around that end, and I just love watching when a player can get around that end and then nobody can catch up. That was the case, and Crosby able to answer with a touchdown for the Centurions.
Usually, as a coach and you game plan, you say, hey, we got to squib it. We don't want to kick it to the two deep men. But look who's out there on the field for the Centurions.
Yeah, tons
of
weapons.
You got DeLugas out there. You got Crosby out there. They can all take it to the house, and you saw it there.
It was strange, Sean. Samir was actually kind of an up back in that scenario. There were a lot of short, not a bad option to have up front, right? There were a lot of short kicks, though, and I think that's maybe why he was up there. In that game, both teams were kicking kind of short, but Samir, I mean, he was a human highlight reel, his second ever varsity game, first time I got a chance to see him, and I can't wait to see how he develops.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to pick Plays of the Week because he had that leaping Randy Moss-like catch that also could have been on there. So I went with the long touchdown, kick return. Can't go wrong there, but certainly a lot of options for the freshman Crosby. We move on with Greensburg-Salem and a guy who is a human highlight reel in his own right. It's Cody Rubrack. He's always a threat to go to distance with the ball in his hands. He showed that in a win against Derry area. He went 31 yards to put his team up 14-3 in the first quarter. John Flickinger, who's heavily involved in Plays of the Week this week, and Bob Lisinski have the call.
He and Justin Huss in the backfield, and Tyler Belega in those really good years for the Trojans. As this ball's cut up by Rubrack, then he does it again, and he goes for the score, this time 31 yards out for the sensational quarterback who played wide receiver pretty much his whole life. But they put him in the quarterback spot, coach, and he's done the job. It's 13-3.
Yeah, he showed great vision there, John. He found that hole, made that cut up, and it's nothing but pay dirt there. Nice run. He's a very good athlete.
Well, we know if Greensburg-Salem's going to have success this year with, again, the amount of players that they lost last year, going to need Cody Rubrack to do that and do what he does, and that is not only throw the football but certainly run it from the quarterback position. Heck, he made Plays of the Week last week, and he didn't even score a touchdown. So, I mean, he's just been absolutely remarkable in terms of running the football for Greensburg-Salem, and I'm sure that's going to continue. It has to for them to have success.
Absolutely. So we go from the Greensburg-Salem side of the game to the Derry area side, and although the outcome was already decided, the Trojans played hard until the final whistle, quite literally, as they scored an unlikely touchdown on the final play. Blake Revore, the quarterback, threw up a Hail Mary, and it was answered by Roman Drazio as he hauled it in. John and Bob provide the commentary.
So congratulations to our winners tonight. A lot of emails. Thank you for watching and listening. This one's launched up there, and Damari almost makes the catch. It's tipped and caught. It's tipped and caught, and what are they going to say? Touchdown Trojans. Wow. Unbelievable. Roman Drazio off the tip makes the catch.
Well, we didn't have replay, but you get a chance to watch it now on Plays of the Week, and that was really a nice catch by Roman. He's a kid that is very athletic, very talented, but kind of raw, I guess it would be, Sean, in terms of football talent. But he certainly has the tools, and hopefully he'll be a reason that Derry competes in the conference this year.
Yeah, and certainly that was, game's over, but you want to have a nice little send-off there, something to build upon, and that Drazio catch on the Hail Mary, final play of the game, certainly was a good way to wrap it up.